Good evening and welcome. Welcome to my live stream. I've been having some difficulty, so well, hopefully it works. What happened, I want to say sorry for this morning's show, but apparently the video that is supposed to play didn't play. And then I tried to recycle it and it ends up knocking in for hours. I couldn't get back on, but it looks like I'm on. So it's a warm welcome. You're on my evening live stream. Fight CPS and stop taking our children. And so, with that being said, I'm here to help you all with what I call the child protection system. That is the government entity that you all seem to be experiencing, to me too. Unfortunately, I encountered it too. Now, over 2,000 people I've been talking to since October of 2023. That's 20 months. I've been doing these live streams twice a day, 7 days a week. I've not missed a day yet. My times have varied in the past, but I try to stick to a regiment time. I come on at 7 o'clock p.m. every night, every day of the week. In the morning, Monday through Friday, I'm on at 10 o'clock in the morning. And then on the weekends, I come on at 8 o'clock in the morning. Now, these live streams are 1 hour. The time is Pacific Standard Time. It's the west coast of California is where I'm broadcasting. I'm broadcasting live on YouTube using the StreamYard application. And it's from Surf City, USA, 3 blocks from the ocean. The ocean is my life. Anyway, the message that I got,
Thank you.
let me see here. CPS defense attorney Vincent Davis. Sorry, the host is probably late. We start once he logs on. Thank you for your patience. Well, I got news for you. I'm not that late, and I have no, I mean, um, I came on, I think, at 7:07, and I think is when I first started the show. I had difficulty because right now, well, anyway, I don't know what the necessary of that message was for. But I work very, very, very hard to be here timely. And it's very difficult when I'm working on a very bad computer. I'm using my son's computer. I've put away enough money saved up to buy a new computer, but I don't want to spend it yet because I'm still owed a lot of money. And it's really sad that money has to be a problem, but I'm still owed a lot of money. And it's hard to pay your bills when you're working as hard as I am to try to make this 14 shows a week for 20 months. I don't know if anybody else does it that regularly. And the word probably late, I don't know what's implying that. I'm doing my best I can with my son's computer. I'm not techie savvy, but apparently this morning when I did my show, the video I was trying to run of Mr. Davis didn't play. And I was hoping that I could get some help, but usually my help comes always late. But apparently the browser wasn't recognizing the video or what. I tried to recycle it and get back on there. Anyway, I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you. I do this show 14 hours a week, and you'll guarantee you get a full hour with me. I always run my shows over. I try to end them precisely, but a lot of you are in desperate help. So I do try to help you there. I do try to help you. But anyway, I'm very blessed that somehow letting the computer rest for a couple hours, I'm able to recover and get this show going. It's very complicated, this show, because we share the StreamYard application with a lot of people. And if we get too many people, they get knocked off. And you need a certain password to get on. And so If you have to clean your computer, like clean the browser or do any kind of cleaning, it gets lost. And so you have to call the office to get a code to get on. It's very difficult. Anyway, I don't want to take time away from you guys. This is very important, the child protection system, because they are taking your children by the thousands, unnecessary. There are rogue elements within CPS. Not all CPS is good, but not all CPS is bad. Your problem is how to pick and choose. Your problem is how to pick and choose. Now, this is an open room to anybody that wants to be constructive and wants to be helpful. If any time someone steps out of line, I have the choice to kick them out of the room because I will not take any more disruptions or bullying in this live stream. Now, there are several ways to participate in this live stream. One of the first ways is to text a message. That means you can talk to me in here. This is an interactive live stream. You can talk to me by texting a message. It's in the form of a comment or a question that should pertain to CPS. Please state your name. And what I mean by stating your name, I know all of you will have names on Facebook, on YouTube, but a lot of the names are very hard to understand or even say. I prefer a first name in your message when you message me. Then all you have to do is either put your city or your county and the state. Now, if you're from out of the United States, I also like to see your country because people from around the world are invited. People from around the world are invited. This is a live stream. Anybody has internet. So I have people from Indonesia, Bangladesh, India, and it's so terrible to hear what happened in India. My prayers go out to the 300 plus people. A lot of people are killed on the ground. A lot of people, there's only one survivor, and he walked away. Apparently, when the plane hit, he was ejected from his seat along with the door. That may have protected him because the blast occurred right away. And when that blast got through, it burned everybody else alive. But he survived. It's a miracle. Anyway, India. And then we go up to Middle East, to Saudi Arabia and Libya. Also, my prayers are out to the Israel's people and the Iranian people because a lot of things are going down right now, and it's hard because innocent people on both sides will be caught. And my prayers are going out to there that the bad elements of what the problem are can be resolved. Then we go over to Africa, to Liberia, then down to Sudan, then to Republic of Congo. That was the most recent country that called in. Then we go to Rwanda, then down to Mozambique, and then to the South Africa and several of the provinces there. We go up to Europe, to England, Scotland, Wales, and Denmark and Sweden. Then we go across the pond to North America, to Canada, and several of its provinces. Then we go to the United States. And in the United States, I have talked to somebody from every state, all 50 states. In fact, I've even talked to somebody from Washington, D.C., a very tragic woman that went through a very lot in a short span of time. Then we go to south of the border to Mexico, and then down to South America to a country above Brazil on the east coast called Grenada. Then across the South Pacific, we go to New Zealand, and then the land down under Australia. So that's the variety. 22 countries and 50 states. Washington, if I left out anybody, I'm sorry, but that's a lot of people. It's over 2,000 people that I've talked to. 2,000 people. Now, a lot of those people become regulars and they come in our room all the time. Now, when you enter your first name, your city or your county, and your state and country, please tell me about your CPS case. This is the first time you're texting me, so I understand. Start from the knock on the door to the beginning and where you are at the moment. And I will try to help you. I will spend time if it takes one or two shows to do so. To text a comment or a question, it should be um, pertaining to CPS. So please do so. Now, another way is to be a guest. And I love to have guests on my live stream. All you have to do is write my show producer. Her name is Grace. She's on a brief minute for a second, then popped off. I want to thank her for all that she does for our show. But she'll get you on the show because all you have to do is I want to be on Bob's Sunday morning show or Bob's Saturday night show or Bob's Friday morning show or his Wednesday, whatever. You pick the date and the time and she'll get you there. She'll send a link for you to paste in your browser and you'll get on. You'll be on YouTube with the StreamYard application. Now I can take 9 of you and with me makes 10. I've had 4 at most, but I'd love to see someday have all 9 plus me make it 10. But I want to thank you all for being here because you too are important people and your family is very important. And it's wrong what CPS has done to you. It is really wrong. So many of you are struggling. And that's something that we all have in common, including myself. It really happens around low income people. People that are struggling, maybe homeless or whatever the case may be. Money is hard to come by. And you're now faced with reality. You're filling with a high-tech system that is so bad, it's compared to do open heart surgery. If you know anything about open heart surgery, you need a professional doctor who's trained and licensed, done an internship, and also mentor another doctor. You cannot have a layperson do your surgery in open heart surgery. You yourself, you can't do it. You need a professional. That's why my rule number 1 is hire a professional attorney like Mr. Davis. Now, Mr. Davis has been practicing saving children for 39 years. He is a blessing in disguise because he will fight for you. He knows where everything is about CPS. He once was a foster child himself. He's a trial attorney and he has done lawsuits. When your case is over, he can do a lawsuit for violation of your civil or constitutional rights. And he's won millions of dollars, both in federal court and state court. So he's the real deal. And as I say, you need to get an attorney. Most of you, including myself, didn't have legal insurance because we never think about that. That's one thing I've been telling my room is that you need to get legal insurance. You can get that from car insurance people. I know Progressive will do legal insurance. There's outfits like Legal Zoom, I think it is, or Shield or whatever it is. What it is, it's insurance to pay for an attorney because you see, attorneys are expensive. They need a retainer. They need a retainer. And that's where the expense gets in. It can be anywhere from $5,000 to $50,000. It all depends on the complexity and the length of your case and where your case is. Vincent Davis will do fight cases in other states. All he has to do is pay the license fee. Most attorneys don't pay for all 50 state license because it's very expensive and it's foolish. You only have to do it when you go there to practice law. You just go there and take out a license. You pay the fee and you're set. So I cannot emphasize how important a license is, because a license is so that you can practice law. And it's so important to have an attorney that will fight for your case. Now, a lot of you say, well, I have a court appointed attorney. I have a court appointed attorney. Well, I got news for you. The court appointed attorney isn't all what it meant to be. I tried it, it did not work. It did not work. Now, before I forget, I want to put my number up because that's really important. Because now you can call in and talk. There's the number 626 698 0990. And that's Bob Pace. That's Bob Pace. And we have about 30 minutes of this podcast. And so I like you all to call in because it's a lot easier to discuss your case, and also you feel a lot more comfortable. But if you don't want to, that's okay. You can still text a message or listen and take notes. Now, my number is 626 698 0990. Now, Vincent's number at the office is 888 6582. When you talk to reception, make sure you tell them that Bob Pace sent you. And then when you talk to Mr. Davis, tell him that Bob Pace sent you. Now, also, when you call the office, you can get not only speak to Mr. Davis, and you can also find out about other lawyers for other legal means you may have: real estate, immigration, divorce, criminal. There's a lot of them in there. The area of law that you're in is called juvenile law, family law, dependency law, family court. Now, some states it's called family court, some states it's called dependency court. But it all deals with the same thing, dependency law. Go look up dependency law, family law, juvenile law, and you see how it pertains to juveniles and mothers and fathers and families. The reason why this has now been taken as a legal matter because in 1962, Congress passed a law that basically said that there be a group that will watch our children, that protect our children from neglect or abuse. They signed it to social services, and social service round up some social workers and formed one of the child protection systems that you hear about. Like in LA County, it's Department of Children and Family Services. In Orange County, it's the Child Protection Services. In Prescott, Arizona, it's Department of Children's Services. In Kentucky, Richmond, Kentucky, it's called the Cabinet. No matter what state you're in, it will have counties, and each of those counties will have a name. So it's easier to say CPS or the Child Protection System. That's what it means to me. Now, it's by law that they're supposed to protect our children from neglect and abuse. So if you're abusive to your children or neglect your children, it's a criminal matter. And dependency court's the one that handles it, and the child protection system in whatever county you're in will handle that. Now my number's up. I'm open to phone calls, and usually people start drifting in. We have Crystal Crush. I think you've been on before. Good evening. My name is Mrs. K. Well, welcome, Mrs. K. And what part of the world are you from? And what is your story about? How can I help you, Crystal? Or Mrs. K? How can I help you? I'm waiting for a response. You can call in too, Mrs. K. My number's there. I'm still waiting for um, your answer to my question, Crystal. What part of the world are you from? And anybody else that wants to talk about something or say something? Now, I want to thank Kathy Winters and Nesmo Hansen for the emoji. And thank you, Nomos Hansen, for the thumbs up. That was really nice of you. Those are really great. Thank you so much. Okay. Let me go on. We have lots of things that we can talk about or discuss, so there's no problem there. Um, Now, what I noticed is that you guys have a difficult time with getting an attorney. I too had the same problem. When my case happened, and it happened 15 years ago, I really been in a downhill spiral. I lost so much. I lost my family. I lost my home. I lost my career. Anything you could go wrong went wrong. Now I've been like in quicksand trying to get myself better off. But even when I found a job that barely covers my expenses, keeps me barely afloat, I cannot seem to get paid on a timely basis. So that is hard. Bills can't wait for you to get paid. Bills routinely have to be paid every month. Now, somehow I put away enough money to buy that computer because my computer just is really old. It's falling apart. But in order to get it, I'm afraid of spending it because that money I use to pay the other bills till I get eventually paid. Because I certainly like to stop this thing with the computer being the way it's been. It's been a terrible experience. Now, CPS, you got to be careful. Not only are they difficult to fight, like open heart surgery, you're like Alice in Wonderland. You've fallen in the rabbit hole and you met the Cheshire cat who directs you to room after room that you end up going nowhere. You go nowhere. And what I mean by nowhere is that you go kind of in circles like a cat chases tail or a dog chases tail, I guess is a better way of saying a dog chases tail. That's a lot better to say it. Now we had Crystal question here, but all of a sudden she's gone quiet. I don't know what happened to you. I wear contact lenses, and so I try to with my eyes a lot. Normally, I just close my eyes, let my eyeballs move around. But if I do that, you'll think I'm sleeping. So I just put some drops in my eyes. So hopefully that will help. Now, these rules that developed, I wish I'd followed them because I would never have experienced I had what I had experienced. My case is very complex, and I wish that I got an attorney. I waited almost a whole year before I got an attorney. Before I finally, got the real deal. Vincent was my attorney. He's the one that helped save and get my family back that were taken. See, I too was dogged by CPS for 5 years. They were all the time calling me up and harassing me, saying they just received a report from someone that said that my wife and I weren't taking care of her children properly. And every time I meet with them, show them my home and this went on for 5 years, they couldn't find anything wrong. I was unaware that the people who are doing this were my in-laws. Apparently, my in-laws never liked the idea of me marrying their daughter. And so her mom and dad and her three sisters and brothers would call in once a week for 5 years and say something stupid like we weren't feeding them, we weren't giving them showers, we weren't clothing them, we weren't taking them to school. And these kids were in the best of school. The oldest, I actually have six children, but my three young ones, the oldest of the three young ones, went to a private high school. My girl who there went to a good middle school. And my boy went to a really excellent elementary school, same school that his sister and brother went to. State art elementary school where they had glass walls, and so you could peer into the classroom and you couldn't see out the glass. So it was a way of keeping an eye on the teacher and the students and making sure they were safe. It's a new concept is to have a hallway where the principal can walk down the schools and make sure nothing's going on bad because we have such trouble bad at schools. We have a lot of things that are bad there. Let me see. A couple of people have been calling me. One person was sure going to call me back tonight. Let's see if they're available. Hmm. Hmm. Well, let's see. We have Megan Wilson from Detroit. I mean, not from Detroit, from Delaware.
Please leave your message for Megan Wilson.
Hi, Megan. This is Bob Pace with the live stream of Fight CPS and Stop Taking Our Children tonight. I was checking in on you because you text me, and I'm not understanding. Let me see, what time was it? At 9:53 this morning, I missed your message. I never got a call back from Mr. Davis. What should I do? Well, I thought you were scheduled to talk to him at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 a.m. your time. So I don't understand why at 9:53, if he wasn't going to call you to 7 minutes later, I'm confused. And before I talk to Mr. Davis, I need to have you tell me what time. You never got a call. I thought your call. Are you confused with the time zone? Is that what it is? Because your call was going to be at 7 p.m., 7 a.m. Vincent's time, 10 a.m. your time, but your message was 9:53 when you said good afternoon. Now, I don't know if 9:53 is afternoon, but anyway, I'm trying to understand your message. So please call me back. I'm at 626-698-0990. Thank you, Megan Wilson. Hope to talk to you soon. Okay. Now we had a couple call me. Um, I don't know what happened to the rest of the messages. I had 470. Let's see if I can find them again. Here it is, 470. June 5th. Okay, that was a quotation.
To replay your message, press 1. To continue recording, press 2. To delete and re-record your message, press 3. For delivery options, press 4. To send it to mark urgent, press 1. To mark message marked urgent. To replay your message, press your message has been sent.
Okay. Well, let me see here. Who else we got going here? Now, we have a new person from Facebook named Demi Galen, who is called Jasmine Birdsong. Welcome, Jasmine Birdsong. I have no idea where you're from, but love to hear where you're from. Hi. I'm new to this page. I understand. You are Danville? Danville, what area of Danville is that in the world? Is that in a state in the United States, Danny? Danville. And how can I help you with your CPS case? You can call me right now. We can talk about it. Mm. Oh, boy. Mm. Mm. Um, my number's on the screen, Danny. It's 626 It's right there. It's in white lettering on black background. All right. Good evening and a warm welcome. This is Bob Pace on the live stream. Fight CPS, stop taking our children. This is Danielle. And what part of the world are you from? Oh, you're in California. Do you know what county or city? Oh, okay, San Bernardino County. Well familiar with the courts there. That CPS agency is very bad out there. And how can I help you? Do you want to tell me a story or ask me a question? It's okay. It's okay. I know sometimes it's hard to talk live, but it's all right. Just take your time. Yes, I know it's a very difficult case. Yes, yes. So what happened? What happened at the was it a door knock at your door? Or how did you meet CPS? No, no. Did they come to your house or did you get a letter or did you get a phone call? They came to your home, right? Did you know about you don't have to open your home to them? Did you know about that? Oh. So you went ahead and opened the door. Right. Yeah. Well, the only trouble is when you open the door, they think they got permission to search your house, and they also think they can kidnap your children too. So, what were you? What? How many children are involved? Okay, and is there another partner in this relationship? Is there a biological father? Is he involved? Is he helping out? Oh, so you're a single mom trying to raise these three children. Is that the same father for all three children? Oh boy. Just your youngest. What about the father of the other two children? Is there the same dad there or different dads? So that other dad is not really involved in. He's not helping you out. He's not helping out with child support, right? Okay, well that's good because for all you guys that are listening, you have to understand having a baby is responsible of both parents. That child that's brought in this world was made with love, and they depend on both parents. And it's very hard for one parent or the other parent to be both the mom and the dad. Anyway, what did the child protection agency accuse you of? Child neglect. Now, what were you neglected? What were you, okay? Um. So, was the accusations true or were they false? Okay. Well, then you should be able to fight the case. Now, did you think about hiring an attorney? Right. That's the hard part. Is right. It affects most of the people low income. We all have something in common. I lost my job in 2010, and so I had big expenses I had to pay, and I certainly didn't have money to hire an attorney. I wish I had taken out legal insurance. A lot of people didn't know that you can do that because if you have a problem with the law, then you have the insurance to protect you. But anyway, so yeah, so you have to use the court appointed attorney. And in San Bernardino, as a court appointed attorney, are they any good? Yeah, well, mine wasn't good at all. It was she was lazy and she didn't have the experience. They had no experience in juvenile law, family law, or dependency law. They were criminal lawyers. Knew all about crime, but didn't know about family reunification or the importance of a mom or dad with the kids. Yeah. Well, the criminal court will play out. The criminal court will play out before the family court does, because the dependency court's waiting to hear the outcome of your criminal. What do you charge criminally? What do you charge criminally? Okay. And what were they alleged that you endangered the child? How were you endangered the child? What happened to your child? You're the reason why your child is what? What is wrong with your child? I mean, what behavior, or is there something wrong with the child? Okay. Is that true? It's okay. It's okay. I know it's not. I know it's not. But the San Bernardino Child Protection Agency should offer parent classes. Did they offer you parent classes? Okay. 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 Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, before you can know the finish therapy, finish my therapy class, and I'm still seeing a therapist, the same therapist.
Mm-hmm.
Like the goals, because it goes, they want to, they don't plan on returning none of my kids back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just stuck, and I don't know what to do. And like the girls didn't even care that I was making progress to get my sister. He just like completely ignored it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So there's just,
Well, where is your case right now? I mean, where are you at with your CPS in San Bernardino?
so, and And usually, is there a way that you
Well, I have helped people on here as best as I can. I'm not a lawyer, but I have 15 years of fighting CPS and I know how to resolve things. I had a couple a week ago. They're wrongly accused of medical neglect to their 4 year old daughter. And the parents were trying to understand. They suspected she had appendix that needed to be removed, but the parents want to be careful before they did such a thing. Well, a social worker working in the hospital got wind of it and ordered the surgery to take place. They did the surgery, but it wasn't necessary because it was her gallbladder that was causing the pain. The hospital made a grave mistake. The social worker overstepped her boundaries. She's not a medical doctor. But I sat there with the parents. We went to try to understand what appendix is and what a gallbladder is and gallbladder stones and everything. And then I told them to gather up all the information. I had told them to get an attorney and ask the judge for a continuance of their case. They asked for 60 to 90 days, but only got 1 day. But the next day we got an attorney lined up, and the attorney showed up with them in court on Friday, and they were able to keep their daughter and reverse what the social worker was trying to do. Now, I do have a lot of information. I've helped a lot of people with a lot of cases. But it's one of those things that you call into my show and I'll help you. I'm on twice a day. And there's people on my show that help you too. I want to say hello to Corella. Corella is a longtime visitor of uh, my room here at my live stream. Her real name is Felicia, and she's from Oxnard, California. Her case is in Ventura, California, and she has a case where they're trying to evict her from her mom's home. She was living in her mom's home, who owns the home, and she was a caregiver for her mom. She couldn't work any other job because she had to devote all her time to take care of her mom. Where her brother has been instrumental in trying to have the home being evicted her, and she has no other place to go. Plus, her 2 babies were taken by social services, and she's trying to get them back. Anyway, welcome, Cruella. It's nice to see you. On the phone, I'm talking to Daniel from California. Her case is in San Bernardino, California. Now, when's your next court date? When's your next court date? The 9th of July? Is that your next court date? Your court date, is it the 9th of July? The next time you have to be in court. When's the next time you have to be in court? Um, July 10th? I'm sorry, you must have a bad phone connection. Can you try that one more time and I'll try to turn my volume up. Go ahead. Okay, it's in September. And is it the 5th or the 25th? The 10th of 10. Okay, September 10th is your next court date. And what's going to happen there? Is that where they want to end your termination right? Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Well, are you using a court-appointed attorney? Are you using one? And how's it working out for you? Well, right now, probably that's the only one you can. So that's what you're going to have to do the best you can. Um, well, is this the first time you've heard this live stream? Well, I want you to know that you're doing very well, and you can come back, and there'll be other chances I can help you. We got a little bit of time before September. Now we have another person in regulatory room called Tony the Tiger. Her name is Cassandra. She's from Oswego County, New York. She has a 10-year-old son, a special needs son, that has been kidnapped by CPS. Her life has been threatened. I'm glad you're checking in, Tony the Tiger. And I understand you're motivated. I want you to do that. Okay, good. When you get on tomorrow, you can call in, Tony. You can call in tomorrow, Cassandra. All right. So we've had Danelle talk about her terrible story and in San Bernardino, California. The problem that most of you have, including myself, was we didn't have a real attorney. We try to use a court-appointed attorney. My advice is you tell them either they perform or you report them to the state bar. Or you use contact in California, Sacramento, and you contact the state bar and put a complaint against that attorney. You can tell that attorney either they perform for you or you'll file a lawsuit against them for negligence. They're supposed to be putting an effort to defend you. And a lot of them don't because CPS, who has hired them, have loaded up with too many cases, from 30 to 100 cases. So it's virtually impossible sometimes for them to put a lot of time into your case. But, motivate them, tell them they need to perform. Your family and your children are really important to you, and I don't want you giving up, okay? But Danielle, I got to Danielle. I'm sorry, uh, Danny. Is that how I pronounce it, Danny? Oh, okay, Danielle. I'm so glad you came in tonight, but it's now after 8 o'clock. In fact, I've gone 13 minutes later than 8 o'clock. I know I've made up my any time for being on the show late tonight, so I've given you a full hour here, and I want to thank you for calling in and telling me about your story. And the next time, I want you to come in tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock if you can. That's on Pacific Standard Time, 10 a.m. your time, or tomorrow night at 7. And on the weekend, my mornings are at 8 o'clock in the mornings. That goes for all of you. Tony, I expect to hear you talk to me tomorrow, okay? I expect to hear it. And Crystal Sandoval, thank you for coming in. And you love it, okay? I hope you love everything. I don't know where you're from, Crystal, but glad to have you here. And I'm here to give encouragement and hope for all of you. It's very hard out there when you don't have family members or people that care. I care about every one of you. You're my family. And when you come in here all the time, as Cruel says, she calls me Uncle Bob, which is nice. It's a nice feeling. And Danielle, it's such a pleasure to meet you from San Bernardino County. Now, Christelle Crush, I don't know, you're Mrs. K, but I don't know where you're from or about your case. But I want to thank you all for reaching in tonight. Thank you very, very much. God bless you. And hopefully a video will play when I sign off. It's a video from Mr. Davis. And I want to make sure it plays. And please listen to it. It's really good. And then I want you never give up fighting for your family or your children. Hang in there. God bless you. And good night. I'll see you in the morning at 10 a.m.
A vivid picture is encrypted in your mind as the critics get in line like they're witnessing a crime. But then you notice there's a shiver in your spine from the feelings of discontentment and bitterness combined. Heartbroken when you listen to the judges, another kid's innocence corrupted. And if you go against then it's destructive. Consider this predicament the toughest, but we believe in a system fit for justice. Child Protective Services only pretends to save it. The one solution for this is worthy of instant praises. 30 years of experience with relentless cases. Allow me to introduce them. This is Vincent Davis, defending you when they don't think a mother fits the role. Is it juvenile dependency or government control? Observe the pain in their eyes. It's time for us to realize we are the
last ones left. Put your faith in